My mom has suddenly sensed the need to clean my room, so it's the right time to get out of my house. Also, have you used a concealer? I purchased a concealer recently and it is the most makeup thing that I own. Oh my god, I can't stop putting it on my face. It feels so good. Also, I'm gonna blossoms today because I need to buy books. Um, I've never been a avid reader, but I have recently begun to read a lot, and a lot of it is because of Blossoms, and I love going there. So it makes me want to read more. And this place which has so many books. It kind of makes me anxious. It kind of makes me feel weird because I will never be able to read that many books. My first memory of reading books as a child was when I was competing with my brother to finish A to Z Mysteries, and I'm pretty sure he finished it way before I did. So 2020 was a good year for me in terms of being able to read, and I mean, people read a lot more books, but I read like nine. I think I didn't count, but I think nine, and that's good enough for me. And that's a lot for me because in 2019 I had read like the first book that I read in 2020 was Ants Among Elephants by Sujata Gidla. It's about caste discrimination. It's a biographical literature. It talks about patriarchal oppression. It talks about caste discrimination. It talks about communist ideologies. It talks about a lot of things. So the second book that I read is Murakami's After the Quake. It's beautiful. It's a collection of a lot of stories which he has written in a very imagery way. It sounded bizarre. Every time you read a story, it sounds extremely bizarre, but once you think a lot about it and go and research about it or look up these stories, you get to know that they have a lot of significance in terms of how the people treat earthquakes and how people are accustomed to it, and how a lot of things that they do and feel is revolving around the quake. It also talks about people's relationships, people's mental health, people's how people express in small details, and it's beautiful. And then I read Man's Search for Meaning. This was a book that was gifted to me by my history professor, and it's a book that's written by this Holocaust victim. He uses this as an opportunity to understand psychology of these people who are. He is among those. I still can't get over. It's too heavy. It's extremely heavy. It talks a lot about existentialism, and it's a must read. It's extremely heavy, but it's a must read. And then there is Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility. After reading Pride and Prejudice, Pride and Prejudice. After reading Pride and Prejudice, I wanted to read another Jane Austen book, so I read Sense and Sensibility, and it's a classic. There's nothing else I can say about it. And then I read *Sapiens* by Yuval Noah Harari, and it's extremely simply written. Like, you can understand things easily, but there are a lot of things that I disagreed with him. Uh, but it's a beautiful book, and it always runs in my mind, and I cannot stop thinking about it. And then there is Aristotle and Dante. It's a fiction that my friend suggested, and I read it. It's Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. It's so adorable. And then I read The White Tiger by Arvind Adiga. This also is about caste discrimination. It talks about class system. It talks about capitalism. It talks about morality. It talks about how there's a constant dilemma about what these characters are and how these characters do things, what is right and what is wrong. It's a beautiful book. Oh, The last book of the year that I read was Kushwant Singh's The Train to Pakistan. Every character in this book is so complex. It's a heavy read too. It's a very heavy read, but it has to be read. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to review books, but yeah, these were my books that I read in 2020, and I think I also read. Oh, I also read Saadat Hassan Manto's Toba Teek Singh. I read like a couple of stories. I need to finish that book too. So I'm going to Blossoms today.
So I went to Blossoms and forgot to shoot videos there, and I don't know why, and I'm disappointed in myself, but that's not the point. Apart from all the books that I mentioned in the video, I also read Arundhati Roy's The God of Small Things, and Esther and Rahel are forever in my mind, heart, and soul, and I don't know why and how I forgot to mention them. If I'm documenting, I might as well do it properly, so bye.
So I went to Blossoms, but I didn't get any footage from there. I literally forgot to vlog. Regardless, I bought two books which I will be reading later, but I also bought kimchi noodles. I don't know if this is supposed to be extra spicy. It's kimchi ramyun ramen noodles, right? What, I don't know if I can tolerate this much heat. I don't think this is going to make me cry. It's not that hot. Ow!